Comfort. What a rich word. To be comforted is one of the great gifts we can experience as a human being. Think of a young child who's frightened, or perhaps has been hurt, but not really seriously, but enough to scare him or her. The child can be comforted with a soothing voice or a cradling rock. Would it be that as we got older, we could be comforted as easily? At times, giving comfort is difficult. What comfort can you offer parents who have lost a child? Or what comfort can you really give to folks who have lost their homes because of some natural disaster? Comfort is a word that's repeated several times in the first reading from Isaiah. In its original context, this message of Isaiah was given to the people of Israel at one of their lowest moments. They've been carried off into exile, and all just seems to be lost. Isaiah is charged by God to speak a word of comfort, to speak tenderly to them, and tell them that their service is at an end. Today the reading is proclaimed on the second Sunday of Advent to remind us that it is what God has done for us, freeing us from sin through the birth, death, and resurrection of Christ, that ought to be comforting. It's with the presence of God in our midst that our fear and trembling can be taken away. It's in the mystery of incarnation that we are comforted. God is among us. Perhaps you and I can try to be instruments of God in bringing comfort to others this week. Offering to do something that would relieve some stress or pressure in someone else's life might be the best Christmas present you can give. Maybe we are in the opposite situation. We are in need of comfort. That too is a challenge at times. To admit that we need comfort is to admit that we are not in control of the situation. To admit the need for comfort is to admit the presence of pain and vulnerability in our life. Sometimes we deny our need and thus deny the possibility of being comforted. We are Advent people of hope. We need to believe that God is with us and that the darkness will be overcome by the light. And that is real comfort food.